This is a video for how to go about having separate parts or components with different infill qualities in Ultimaker Cura. You'll notice that here on the screen I have two rectangular prisms, and what we're trying to get to in this video is to understand how this rectangular prism could, let's say, be at 20% infill, and this rectangular prism could be at, let's say, 100% infill. You can have different components while you're printing have different infill amounts. So we're going to say, this one over here is going to be at 20, and if we were going to go in and say, I want to put in what the infill will be generally, for this part, I can just go over here and just put it in as 20. Now, and I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of click out of this. I'm going to X out of this, and you can see that I have this now sitting pretty much just at 20. If I go back to infill, you'll see 20 here. Now, if I click on this part over here, it's going to stay at 20 as well, but I'm wanting this part to be 100. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the component we want to change the infill for, and we're going to come over and click on support blocker. And I'm just going to click on the object, and you're going to see I get this, little tiny rectangular prism down here. Click only on that support blocker, and now what we want to do is to scale it. And I have uniform scaling checked here, and it's good to uncheck uniform scaling because I want to drag this out as much as I can to where it gets outside the object, and I'm going to drag this out as well. And I want to make sure that this goes up and down, to where it covers the complete object. If I go here to a side view, it's a little bit easier to see. And the main thing we want to do is just have this, yellow rectangular prism inside of that support blocker box that we just made. So coming back to here, once we have that, we want to come over and we want to click on the per model settings. When I click on per model settings, we're going to come up and click on modify settings for overlaps. And when we see this here, you'll see infill mesh only. And what we're saying is the infill of this, what do we want it to be? There's another pull down menu here for cutting mesh, but we want to stay with infill mesh. And what I want to try to find, is that infill amount. Now I don't see it here. It's not by default in Cura. So we got to click on select settings. And when we go into select settings, we want to put in infill density, and we're going to go to infill pattern, and we're going to say clothes. And when I close down here, you'll see it says 20. I want this one to be 100% infill, and I can do a different infill pattern. For me personally, kind of depends, but I kind of default to gyroid for this, and I'm just going to go ahead and get out of that and click. And you'll notice that when I come over here, that one will be 20. This one over here, this shows up, this will be 100. Then when we slice, obviously it would take more material for the smaller one. I don't want to say it'll take more material because it's smaller, but the concept's true that this one over here might take a little bit longer to print than this one just because of the amount of infill we have. So when you're printing using an Ultimaker or anything, or just if you use Cura for any kind of a 3D printer, there is a way to have different infills when you go into print, and I can have multiple support blockers, and I can have multiple parts here, and I can have all kinds of different infills going on when I print. So this is a good thing to know when you have, let's say different projects going on, and certain projects have the same filament, same filament material, be it PLA or polycarbonate or ABS or something like that. You can have different infill amounts when you print. So it increases your efficiency as far as time is concerned from having to do separate prints with different infills. So this has been a video for how to go about doing a print with different infills in Ultimaker Cura.